Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Andrew Kirchhoff, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different than usual. We're not talking fantasy football, but in fact, we're talking about a movie that I saw a little bit earlier today. So, to help me out with that, I brought in my brother, Christian, to help us out. We're going to be talking about this movie, reviewing it per se, and giving you our opinions on the matter. For Alita Battle Angel, who came out, the movie came out this past weekend, and yeah, we're gonna give you our thoughts. So, at the beginning of the video, we're basically we're gonna try to be spoiler free. We're gonna try. So, if you're interested in watching it, you can go ahead and check that. And then after, a allotted amount of time after we get our opinions out, we'll do a spoiler discussion. If you guys are interested, you don't want to watch the movie and just want to hear our thoughts on the matter, we'll go ahead and do that. So, okay, so. To begin, right? Synopsis of the movie. I think it's safe to say this movie, a lot of people have seen the commercials for it. They spend a lot of money on advertising, right? I mean, the commercials are just about everywhere. Yeah. And we've seen these trailers since like last November. Yep. Like they've been around for a while, so I'm sure everyone's seen at least one Alita commercial. Synopsis behind the story. I mean, damaged parts. This doctor finds a half cyborg that exists, puts her together, and then begins to realize that she's a lot stronger than she seems to be, and she's not just a normal robot. And basically, their journey through that. Okay, so initial thoughts. We haven't talked about it. We saw the movie just 25 minutes ago. What are your thoughts on the movie, Christian?
When it first came out, I said, well, I started with, what's worse, a corny movie or a movie that's trying to explain itself throughout the whole thing? Aquaman, yeah. I mean, it's straight up corny. Right. And we agreed on that, right? But you get Aquaman's setting, like, and all, you're dialed in, it doesn't matter, it's Aquaman. You know Aquaman. Okay. Right? Alita has to literally explain its backstory, every character, and it's literally spouting off exposition left and right. And I was like, holy crap, when are you going to stop telling me the backstory of everything and actually get into the movie? And that was like...
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
3/4 of the movie through.
Yeah, okay, so I agree with what you're saying, and I think the only reason that exists, because I don't know what was the runtime on this thing.
I think 2 hours, 20 minutes.
It was 2 hours and 2 minutes, so it wasn't too long of a movie, but it felt long, right? Because they kept throwing you to different places and taking you to different characters and trying to explain what their motives or their intentions throughout the movie were. But like the entire thing, I feel like, okay, there are some spots in this movie that could have been better, and there are some spots, like, overall, after seeing it, that are really good. Yeah. In my opinion, like, there are stuff where I sit there and I'm like, wow, I haven't seen that anywhere else, and it looks nice. It's visually pleasing, and it's executed perfectly. And then there's other parts where I sit there and I want to, like, face palm, and I want to be like, why? Why did you do that? Yeah. And I mean,
there's a bunch of cringeworthy,
of course,
it pulls you out of the film.
Right, the suspension of disbelief is absolutely it's broken instantly. But I mean, like, okay, so looking at how this movie breaks down, okay, it's 2 hours 20 minutes. We're expecting, the screenplay was written by James Cameron, and it's even on the posters. It's everywhere in the advertisement, in the commercials, everything. It says James Cameron, the director of the Titanic, director of Avatar, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to sell that narrative, right? Oh, if you like those movies, you're gonna love this one, right? And I don't think that's the case, right?
It's not even close.
It's just a marketing scheme, right? To get you into the theater in order to buy the ticket so you can come in and you can watch the film and try to pay off the debt that they're going to be in. Because they spent over $200 million on this film. Yeah, I mean, if someone gave me $200 million, I'm not going to say I could make a better film, but it wouldn't be that far behind, right? Because, I mean, the fact that, okay, you could spend that much on the film.
Hey, the CGI was great.
The CGI was great.
It was like high-end video game CGI.
I think it was better than
maybe
that.
Better, yeah. I mean, they had Avatar was James Cameron, right? So,
yeah. No, of course he has.
They had the facial.
He has whatever production company he uses for the CGI and all that kind of. He has those guys under retainer. Anytime he wants to use them, they're coming in to get the work done. So to try to be spoiler free, okay. I felt like, you know how you were saying earlier, like they want to explain everybody's backgrounds and try to get into all that nitty-gritty detail. It's not a spoiler to say they're setting up the sequel, right? Right? 100%. I think this is like kind of the experiment to see, hey, okay, because it's James Cameron, right? We already know he's putting out what, four Avatar films where he said he's already written them all and he's getting ready. So maybe, you know, he tried to pick up another sort of title, and he's trying to milk some movies out of it. So we know by the end of it, they want another Alita Battle Angel #2, right? So that in itself, I think it hurt the movie. But now that I'm sitting here and I'm seeing like, okay, we're trying to get somewhere else. It's not that bad. It didn't rub me the wrong way. Okay, all right. Let me hear.
I had no problems with the Harry Potter. The thing is
the second one.
The second one.
Yeah. This
Finding Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts. Yeah, and no. Yeah, what it was called? The Crimes of Grindelwald.
There you go. I had no problem with that one, even though it was setting shit up.
I hated that one.
Right, but this one's setting stuff up, and I was like,
it's because the way that they went about it.
Their pacing in the movie. Them trying to get through all this in this amount of time, it just didn't work. They had to fast forward, they had to force a couple meetings with characters just because they needed to get through this movie.
There were so many wasted characters and forced characters.
Oh my god.
Okay, so like, all right, so you have the main character Alita. Fine, that's your main character, and then you have the Doctor played by Christoph Waltz. No big deal.
Yeah.
He's good, right? He's a good actor. We have no problem with him. He's fantastic, okay? But they don't use him too much, and that's fine because he's supposed to just kind of get the story going. Yeah. He's the reason everything is happening or whatever, right? And then there's like love interest, garbage. Get it off my screen. Garbage. We can cut that part out.
Yeah, you don't even.
And I think the movie would be better.
Story like
that's where it gets corny, man. Yeah. Like everybody in the theater is like, I don't want to watch it. It's so bad. Like,
yeah, is this movie off a book?
It's off of a anime manga, Japanese manga.
All right.
So I mean, I'm assuming they just adapted it and they're trying to figure out
liberties and just cut that out. Like,
it was bad.
Yeah.
Right, and it's noticeably bad. Right, and then there's the side character like Mahershala Ali. He's a good actor.
The pseudo villain, setting up a different villain.
Right. It's the chain of command. Right. You work up the ladder. It's like a boss battle. Right. You got to beat the first guy and then the second, and then you got to keep going up. Right. I mean, there were so many parts where we're like, okay, enough. But at the end, like action wise, this is a fun action movie.
Yeah.
I think when there's combat and everyone's throwing hands and getting after it. It's pretty good. It looks good, but I feel like some of the social aspects and trying to get the story to progress, it hurts the movie pretty badly. And I think that's probably why a lot of people aren't going to watch it because they can expect what's going to happen. Like,
I think they're not going to watch it because they don't know what it is.
Really? You think all that marketing, people are still in the dark?
Even with all that marketing, the trailers. The first trailer was
awful,
but it was misleading.
Yes, it didn't tell you what anything.
And then the second trailer came out and it's a rollerball movie. Holy
right.
So I mean,
but it's not. It's not even a rollerball movie.
It's not even
that. It's just completely different. Like they didn't show their cards. They were bluffing the whole time, and they had a completely different. And we'll get into it when we go over the spoilers.
Spoiler talk, yeah.
But overall, the movie, okay, like. If you were to, I guess would you suggest this movie to viewers because obviously we have to look at it with a specific lens, right? This is an action movie, and that's what it's predominantly for, right? It's an action movie that is based off of a manga, and Yeah, even though there's not as... I mean, I'd like to see more action.
Yes.
Would you suggest this for people to watch? Would you tell people, hey, go out to your local movie theater, spend $18 in 2 hours and 2 minutes on this, perhaps get some popcorn? Like, is that even...
I would say wait till it comes out on
DVD or on HBO DVD. Okay.
Yeah. Don't buy the DVD. Just
no. Yeah, nobody buys DVDs.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as like physical copies
Yeah.
anymore. That's a myth. Okay, my opinion on that, I don't know. I feel like I definitely enjoyed it more than you did.
Look, if they're setting up another movie, I need to see the other movie to be able to even say, okay, then this was worth it.
There's a payoff?
If the payoff's good, then this was worth it. Right?
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree, right? It's the same thing with Star Wars, right?
Go spend the $21, whatever, Friday night movie. Like that. No, I can't.
Right, okay. So we just have to wait. Well, look, here's the thing, okay? I looked into it. Box Office Mojo has this movie making only $27 million this weekend.
That's not
$27 million
That's not good.
in 1 week, in the opening week, where you had nobody else come in. I mean, there was one other movie that came out this weekend, which was Happy Death Day to You or whatever.
Yeah,
that's like okay, slash them up, whatever. The people who like scary movies and stuff like that, it's like Groundhog Day, no big deal. But they go watch that, right? Yeah. And then they had Lego Movie on its second week, who didn't do well last week, and they still only barely beat it. Like, I don't know how they're not going to be able to finance the next movie.
Yeah.
So if in fact there is no other movie, like this is just train wreck, okay? Because there needs to be a follow up to this. You set up so much storylines. I feel like if they don't end up, closing the door on this,
the end of this movie is almost fast forwarded.
Oh no, they do.
Yeah,
there is a literal fast forward. Yeah, no.
So it's like they're trying to get to the next story that they're trying to tell. So it's, they're literally rushing through the beginning of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you suggest probably not. I would say to be safe, probably not. But I liked it. I don't know why. I just. There was parts where I literally face palmed, but I don't know, man. Some of this, the action, the combat, the story, the entire I don't know. I guess.
The actual background.
I bet you if I read, if I read the comic or the manga,
I agree with that.
It would probably be good.
Yeah.
If there was an anime for this, where you can watch on Crunchyroll, whatever, it would probably be good.
Yep.
And they wouldn't have to spend $200 million on it. So. Anyway, so I would probably say, goodness, did we just lose focus? Okay, no, we're good. All right. I'd probably say maybe save your money. But, hey, I enjoyed it. There were some enjoyable parts, but again, there's a couple, let's just think. But anyway, we're going to get into spoilers right now. So if you'd like to go ahead and watch Alita Battle Angel, I'd probably say turn this off right now and go watch.
Come back to it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come back to it after you see the movie and see if our thoughts, are similar to yours. And if you haven't, go check out my other content. Hey, like this video, subscribe if you haven't. We're doing this a little bit differently than usual. But anyway, okay, so that should be enough time. We're going to talk about spoilers. Are you ready? Because I'm ready to go in on this thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We'll go chronologically.
Yeah.
Okay?
Start with the beginning.
All right. The movie starts. This dude comes out. This is full spoilers. I'm going to do the entire movie. Okay? All right. Christoph Waltz finds this in, this piece of junk.
Junkyard.
Right. And the brain is still working. Fine. It's a human brain. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Goes, fixes it, bada boom. We figure out that he's a doctor that fixes people, and this entire, junk town where people aren't just full humans. They're half cyborg. Jiminy Christmas. Come here. Focus. Thank you. People are half cyborgs, right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. We set that up. That's fine. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, we get into some of the corniest love interest scenes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right. Before we get there.
Okay, I'm jumping because I don't like that part.
We saw Bumblebee. And Bumblebee started with a fantastic
beginning.
Opening.
It was cinematic. War for Cybertron,
right? This whole movie is predicated on a prior war. Right?
Yes.
Why not start with that?
Oh, listen. Those are the best parts.
They started with, hey, they ended with the notion that, hey, Earth and Mars were in a battle.
Right.
Like, why not start with a cinematic like that and then just leave it ambiguous on what happened and then show the doctor in the junkyard?
No, that makes sense because at least like you're setting up.
Yeah, you tell a story before you don't even say it. The exposition doesn't have to come out from the characters.
I don't think... Okay, but here's the thing, right? They used it where they showed the past in a decent way, right? They were giving Alita flashbacks because she had no recollection of anything or of her prior life, right? And then she comes to find through different scenarios and different like triggers that she used to be a warrior. And she's a monster, she's a beast, right? Like she's a first round pick in a draft, bar none, right? But no, I thought those cinematic parts where everyone was CGI, and they were like fighting on the moon, and they were trying to get up to the flying city or whatever. Those looked good. Yeah, those were actually good looking pieces.
I mean, we were jumping around, but her facial thing reminded me of Ready Player One's.
Artemis?
Yeah, Artemis.
Yeah, no, it did.
Exactly.
It almost.
I was like, oh, wow.
It looks like the same person, but they're not. I think they're completely different actors. I'm 100% sure they're completely different actors, but it looks good.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, because the fact that this movie's 3D.
It makes it look so much better.
It makes it look way much better.
Yeah.
And it helps that particular case. Being able to see it in 3D makes it so where that CGI it blends in like almost to the fact where you can't even tell the difference. Okay.
So after he finds her,
tries to get her acclimated, bada boom, we find love interest number one, who looks like the mix. I'm not kidding. This kid, I don't know who he is. Looks like the mix of Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Heath Ledger. Boom, combined.
I was thinking of Marky Mark, Mark Wahlberg.
Really?
Like little Mark Wahlberg.
He actually does too, though. He's pretty much every pretty boy you can possibly imagine movies. Mix them together. That's what we've got here, right? And then obviously he gets his own little storyline. Bada boom. Okay, I'm not gonna actually go through the whole movie because then I'll be here for like 30 more minutes. Okay. So what was the biggest flaws in your opinion that were like, okay, this is a problem? Like, I don't like this. This needed to be fixed.
I said it in a non-spoiler.
Yeah.
It was the pacing.
The pacing.
Like, if you need this to be a 3-hour movie to be able to not
right, you already spent 200 minutes.
Yeah. If to not be to make this look like it's a fast forward, you're trying to like speed through everything back to back.
Right.
Then do it. Like, just to crunch down on the time and then have the movie just pretty much just being fast forward is just, I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, they jumped around a lot, and I don't know. It didn't.
Like it would be a scene with her with the father, and then boom, we're somewhere else. It like maybe a week could have been.
I don't know about that though.
And then it's
a week.
I'm just saying. Like,
okay, yeah, I get it. Like they jumped around with different characters.
Yeah,
but. You know what the crazy part is? They spent so much time with the love interest, Mahershala Ali's character, the other lady with the little dot on her forehead, and they all died.
Well, she didn't die, but yeah.
What do you mean?
She got cut up in parts, and she was cut.
Her brain, her eyes,
so she
her
was
hands.
Still alive in the little box.
We're all in a box.
Yeah. But yeah, they're all dead.
She was dead. Yeah. Like no, okay, she was alive, but like potato. Mr. Potato Head, you can put the pieces together.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why would we spend so much time if we're just gonna, boom, we're done with them now? Like they can't do anything in the next movie because they don't exist. So we just have Alita. So why didn't you just spend all the time with her, build her character more, make it so we're I don't know, put some more action in there.
Look, I had no problem with main character. Alita was fine.
Yes.
Throughout the whole movie. I think maybe she had a couple cringy moments. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's script.
Yeah.
That's
script problem.
That's like the dialogue of other people, like whenever they say it, and it just comes, and then whatever she says in response, it's just bad. It's like, okay, it's just a combination then. Like the team is pulling her down almost.
But toward the, I think the where she goes and tries to recruit all the hunter warriors.
Yes.
This movie sped up, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. This is fine.
That's when it started to get actually good. Yeah. But it took an hour to get there. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, if we're gonna already, like, in the first I guess like in the first 35 minutes of the movie, we figure out, okay, she's another warrior, and she was able to help Christoph Waltz character, and bada boom, kick some ass. And then all of a sudden, we have to wait another like 25 minutes for her to do anything action-wise.
Yeah,
it's like let's go, let's actually like start moving here. They throw some story stuff in here about it. I don't know. Like, oh, you know what actually triggered me in the beginning of the movie when she's eating? Or no, is it the beginning of the movie where she's eating chocolate? No, the chocolate part.
Yeah,
she bites the chocolate on one side, bites it on the other. They change it to a different camera angle, and the bite's not there. I was like, goodness, people, what are we doing? Who's editing these things?
No.
Like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't like that. I notice it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then they switch back to the other one, and the bite's there. And I was like, oh, goodness. Like, what did we do? So obviously, I mean, there's a little bit of an issue there. I'm surprised nobody else noticed that. But I don't know, man. I thought, personally, the action, the fighting sequences, the enemies, they looked good.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, the only thing that like kind of bothers me is like the only artificial thing on these enemies is their face, right? And then everything's CGI. And I'm like, man, I don't know about that.
I mean,
like, I get it. It's supposed to be 25-43.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it's taking place, right? Everybody is mechanically enhanced.
Yeah.
And I don't know. But it looked good.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I had no problems with the way it looked.
And then the action sequences, like the bar scene, great. Everyone's kicking each other's ass. She's putting in the work.
Yeah.
And anything she was fighting, it was good. But and then they had to go ahead and like there was like so many mini villains in this. There was Ajax from Deadpool 1 that he's a joke. Like he got his ass beat the whole time. Like what does he have to prove now?
I don't even know why that character was there.
He literally served no purpose. He actually didn't kill anybody either.
No, because he didn't die until he jumped off the thing.
He stabs the fucking love interest. That dude survives that anyway. So he paid no... Like, you know what his surface was? He gave the sword to Alita.
Yeah.
She stole the sword, and that's literally... So basically, we set up a sword with a character that was on screen for at least 10 plus minutes. Which shouldn't have been, because the hell was the point of him? I don't know, man. There's so many things. Like,
can we talk about the fast forward at the end? Like,
I don't even want to talk about the fast forward yet. I want to talk about before the fast forward, where we use it's like a trope to have, hold my hand, I can't, let me go, and then the boyfriend falls.
He didn't say let me go. He just said let me go.
But
you're right. They did the join me, but it wasn't really join me. It was just come back down.
Oh God!
It was like
that was so bad.
Take my hand, and then it was like, no, I'm just gonna keep walking up, and then the fucking ring comes.
I mean, like they stab and they kill the boyfriend. Then all of a sudden he's alive again, and then he kills himself.
He suicides.
It wasn't like but he ends up getting himself in some BS. Why? Why not leave him alive, or at least kill him the way?
I don't think they even explained why people want to be up there.
No, they never did.
Look, even Christoph Waltz character and the mother character, she and Alita never asked why do people want to go up there. I feel like that's even
okay. But why do you think? Because I have an opinion on why people want to be up there.
I mean, just because the bottom is poor.
Exactly.
But
they're assuming it's a higher class of life.
I mean, Christoph Waltz's character was born there. He lived there.
Yeah, up in the sky, city, whatever.
So there is civilization up there, but we only know one character up there.
We know Nova. Right. And I don't... Was that Edward Norton?
Does Edward Norton take the worst fucking
I didn't know it was Edward Norton that took off the glasses. And I was like, why did this dude sign up for this? It wasn't even his voice through the whole movie. Like he was controlling bodies and
no,
shit.
He never
wasn't even his voice.
He didn't even. No, he never talked.
This guy got money for doing just being on screen for about 50 seconds. 50 seconds. Like there'll be like a little. No, it's not even 50. It's maybe 25. He got money for that. Somebody cast me in a movie. Like what are we doing here? Yeah. Like, goodness gracious. What are the okay? When they started like showing all the other hunter warrior people, that's dog cool. Dude.
Yeah,
that guy, he controlled like the hounds of hell.
Yeah.
That guy looked clean.
I mean, it's like an anime, right? They show all the cool.
There were some cool looking characters.
Bounty hunters,
worthless, all of them.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
All of them. I mean,
they all just got their ass kicked by her.
Yeah, so they couldn't compete. It wasn't even close. She was literally a god at that point, right? But they kind of explained like, blah blah blah. She's got some artificial technology that's super powerful. Great. She's a monster. She just kicked everybody's ass. And the next movie, I guess what the fast forward leads to, like literally they fast forwarded months at the end of the movie. Last 5 minutes they fast forwarded 5 months.
I was like, if you're gonna show that full like training rollerball sequence, why not just do the full one at the end too? Another one, like you've spent that much money, go all in. You didn't have enough money for another rollerball sequence, like
yeah, I know, but okay.
What's the point of the rollerball game?
Yeah,
when everyone's just killing each other and the ball never actually gets scored.
It's not even a game.
So why was the ball?
It's just a bunch of bounty hunters killing each other.
Yeah, I understand that they were there to kill her.
Yes,
but the ball was never scored.
No.
Nothing happened.
Okay. While we're talking about rollerball, okay, the fake rollerball scene in the beginning of the movie where they're rollerblading, with humans.
Yeah.
Stop. It looked so bad. I was like, why do we need this?
Oh my God.
Like, we need to show that she's interested in this. Why can't we just like take her to the rollerball game and she'd be like, I want to play, and then like you figure it out from there or something. Like, I don't know. Like, there were some parts of this movie that made me hurt. My soul was a little bit, hurt here and there. I felt like it could have been better. But also, here and there, action sequences were good. Doesn't save the movie unless there's a sequel to save the movie. And I don't think they're going to be able to afford that. Just my opinion.
Probably not.
So this will probably be one of those one-and-done movies where...
Unless James Cameron pulls it out of his own pocket.
He has all the money.
I mean, he's making 4
He has all the money.
Movies. Why not put another lead
movie on? If he keeps dropping billions on those Avatar,
the guy next to me was having a great time with this movie.
I enjoyed it. I'm telling you.
Both of you were
I enjoyed this movie. I did not laugh at any of the BS jokes.
I'm actually curious why you enjoyed this, but Aquaman was just no. I feel like it had the same corny, cheesy.
It wasn't as okay.
I know it wasn't as bad, but it has
okay.
hints.
Okay, so
the smell was coming.
No. I know what you're saying. The only thing was like I was surprised at how good the action sequences were. That's it.
Okay.
I didn't expect it to be that good. I thought there were going to be. I mean, there needed to be more. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I was surprised how good it was. I don't even want to talk about Aquaman. Like, I'm not going to waste my breath on that movie, okay? If someone in the comment section wants to fight me over Aquaman, let's do it, okay? We'll get after it. But, I don't know. This movie, I don't think I need to say any more. We've been doing this for about 30 minutes. Christian has said he would not suggest you go see this. I have said, if you have nothing to do and you like action movies and you like a little bit of cringiness, this is the movie for you. And also, if you'd like to see characters get developed and killed at the end, just for no reason, to set up a sequel that may not exist, boom, Alita Battle Angel, that is your film to watch.
But, what would you give it out of 10? Or do you want to do it out of 5?
No, I like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you give it out of 10?
Okay, so there's 2 different things in my mind, right? There's the, hey, what is your favorite movie of all time listed on that? And then there's a, hey, this is an action movie and you know what to expect, rated on that. Right? Like, compared to the Return of the King kind of thing, or the Fellowship, this is like a 4 or 5, right? But like, I expected this movie to be, not great. On that scale, I probably give it like a I don't want to go 8, so I give it like a 7.
Wow. I was going to give it a 6.
Okay. So I didn't like it that much
like
more.
5 would damn the movie, and
no, I don't want to damn the
like
I don't think trash, it's that. It's not like a movie where you can't watch it. This is this is a decently made movie, right? There's just a couple problems, and there's the speculation of it not having a sequel to answer any of the other questions that hurts it. So, but as a movie, as it stands by itself, a 7. It's a C. You're passing the class. So anyway, that's basically it. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you like this, let me know in the comment section. Until Sundays, where football is happening and the NFL is going, I'm going to be watching movies. I let you guys know that I don't like watching my fantasy teams play on Sundays, so I go watch movies. So Sunday, that's usually my routine. I end up going to the theater with my brother. We watch movies, and we're going to bring you our thoughts on them if you're interested in seeing them. And that's basically it. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Until next time, we'll see you guys.